Hi, it's Marieta. Thanks a lot for tuning in. In this video, I want to focus on spiritual awakening and shift in your career or in your business. So let's do it. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe. And as I said, I want to focus on that shift that you are experiencing during spiritual awakening. So if you are right now going through spiritual awakening and you are experiencing dark night of the soul, I want to say that I understand. I was there myself. It feels like forever, like it's never going to end. And in fact, it will end. And one of the symptoms is that you are probably feeling like you no longer belong, but also your world is collapsing. And one of the collapses in your reality is probably connected with your career, right? So maybe you find yourself feeling like you no longer can do this old job, right? Or you cannot no longer perform the way you used to. Or maybe you can no longer live in that lifestyle that you used to have. And these are all signs that you are shifting, right? Like your energy is shifting, you are shifting, and your purpose is certainly shifting. So what do you do if you feel like you can no longer go to work, or maybe you can no longer do whatever you do in your business? So first things first, I don't want to say that you should quit right away, because that's probably not the wisest idea. Instead of that, a plan for transition, right? And understand that it's okay to feel this way. It's happening for a reason. You have probably different calling and different purpose in this lifetime, and it's okay to shift and change your profession or career. It's absolutely okay. So give yourself permission to do that. Instead of resisting the change, and instead of resisting that flow that is actually calling you, go with the flow, but don't do anything stupid, if you know what I mean. Don't quit, don't go crazy, because I know some people who went crazy after their spiritual awakening, and it's just not worth it. Like, you're going to experience lots of stress and pressure. So instead of that, be gentle. So I want you to really take some time to really dig deeper into your purpose. I made a video where I talk about how you find your purpose in your business or your life if you feel stuck. But most likely, your purpose will be revealed to you, right? So it's not like you're looking for a purpose. The purpose will come. And typically the purpose comes through struggles, your personal story, your pain, because that pain is actually that blessing in disguise that eventually will create your purpose. So what do I mean by that? Is that, for example, like when I started my first business, I had no idea how to grow my business and so on. So out of that pain, I learned many things around how to build a business. And my second company is actually this conscious spiritual business coaching for people who want to build businesses in a conscious, purpose-driven way, but they don't want to do it in that old-fashioned, traditional way. So everything I learned over the years, I'm actually applying. But that came from that struggle, that came from that pain that I was experiencing as a young entrepreneur when I started my first company. So whatever is that pain you are experiencing right now in the dark night of the soul will actually be that purpose in your business, right? So then you will actually have to create business around that. And that is actually something that I do talk about in my mini course, 5-year entrepreneur course. You can find more information below this video, because people oftentimes think that they cannot monetize their passion, or they cannot monetize their personal story or struggle. And that is actually wrong. Actually, that is your purpose. You can totally monetize it, and you can serve other people, because once you actually master that challenge, then it's going to be your job to give back and help other people, because you can help them like nobody else can, right? Because you are the master of your life. Whatever you were able to overcome, now you can help other people with that as well, right? So that can be your next level business. That can be your next idea. But most importantly, when you are shifting through this dark night of the soul or this spiritual awakening, you are ascending and you feel confused and lost, remember this is not going to take forever. Like at some point you will gain clarity, and at some point you will know what's next. And once you are awakened, you cannot go back to business like usual. Like you can't, it's just impossible. Then you know that you are here for reason, you know your calling, your purpose. The moment you gain the clarity, then you actually need to take the aligned action and execute. And this is again important, because if you feel stuck because you're afraid to take that step, the next step in building the business, or actually quitting the job when you're ready. In other words, you have some savings, or maybe before you even quit, you actually work on your savings, right? Or if not savings, then actually start simultaneously building this new business, side hustle, if you will, and prepare yourself for exit, right? Because if you resist these changes, this is what's going to happen. Your dark night of soul will probably last forever. This was my case. Like I had actually dark night of the soul for several years. And one of the reasons was that I was not willing to go with the flow. I was resisting. My first company was law firm, and I was just being a lawyer practicing law, and I didn't want to talk about spiritual stuff. I didn't want to write about spiritual stuff. At that point I had my book written down, Love is the Law, but I didn't want to publish it, and I was actually extending my own suffering because I was going against that flow, right? Let me tell you something, the flow is bigger than you, it's guiding you. So instead of resisting, go with the flow, but plan, execute strategically. That's why I highly recommend check out my course, 5 Year Entrepreneur, because you can actually do it in an elegant way where you do have some sort of strategy. You're not just like meditating and feeling lost in space, but at the same time you are using that these downloads that you're getting from 5D, and you are implementing it in 3D, and you're taking action and you are progressing, because that's going to fulfill you. The fact that you are shifting, progressing, and you're taking practical steps that are leading to practical outcomes, right? Because you don't want to just get stuck in that meditation mode, or because sometimes during dark night of the soul, during awakening, it's just we just don't have the energy to do anything, and we can like get stuck. We just meditate and we don't do, practically speaking, things that we need to do. But what really helped me in my dark night of the soul was that I was actually taking practical steps, and if I didn't feel like it, I actually forced myself to take every single day practical steps that were adding up, and eventually I was able to create big, beautiful results. So that's that. Let me know what you think. Leave your comment below, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.